So the chicken is done. It has been cooking in the crock pot. And I actually did go ahead and cook it for the 6 hours on low, and then I did 30 minutes on high just because I wanted to make sure it's done. And it's actually been on warm for a little while because I didn't get back over here. So for the unveiling, it looks like this. So the chicken is cooked and there's lots of juices and broth. So just keep in mind I did not put any water, any juice in there to begin with. So this is all the juices that came from the chicken. So now we just have to divide it up for the meals. I do have my scale here because I do weigh it out. So we're going to put that on, not fluid ounces, regular ounces. I'm going to put my bowl here and then zero it out. And then we're just going to take the chicken. I wanted to take just one out. Sorry, as a whole. Oh, see, it's so tender, it won't even come out as a whole. It's falling apart, which is awesome. This is hard to hold the camera and do this at the same time. So, okay, that didn't work. I wanted to see what it would look like as a whole chicken breast so you could see it, but it just fell apart, which is good. Okay, so we'll just measure it. Now, I always do 6 ounces of my protein. Protein is good. It helps you stay fuller longer. It's good to help build muscles when you are doing those workouts and getting your workouts in. So it's kind of a lot. When I first started eating 6 ounces of protein, it was kind of challenging to eat it. But now I'm pretty used to it, and that's what I have pretty much all the time for lunch. So I'm gonna try to do this quickly. So again, I'm just gonna I'm actually gonna leave the vegetables in there because I don't want them as part of my protein weight. So I'm just gonna try to leave them in there. Oh, that one's kind of a nice little chunk. Okay, I know I just made a mess. Oh, that one's nice too. So I don't actually make my meal prep look pretty. I'm finally learning that food is my fuel and I eat it because I need the fuel. So, I mean, if you wanted to make it look prettier, you definitely could do that if it's more appetizing for you. For me, I just take it out like you see it coming out now where it's just falling apart, and I just throw it in the bowl. Okay, so that one is 6 ounces. And with these pieces that are coming out bigger, I'm going to just take them out for now. Okay. This actually seems like it came out even more tender than when I normally do it, because it's been a little while since I've done this one. It looks really good. Okay, it's a little bit too much. Take it out. There we go. On the dot. Okay, and next. This is really hard to do with one hand and one hand filming, which is why I ordered my tripod, but it's not here yet, and I wanted to do this since it's Saturday and I'm doing my meal prep. Okay. Almost done. So we are almost to the bottom here in the chicken. It always seems like so much more when it's raw. It does cook down, so. Okay, and sorry, I keep reaching behind me, and that is why my camera is going crazy. Okay. This one does not want to be 6. Okay. 6, 6, 6. We're just gonna throw the rest of this in here just so we can speed this up, and then I will go ahead and divvy it out. Okay, so as you can see, there are some juices left in there. I like to cook my green beans in those juices. So this is what I have today. It's just green beans, and yes, the bag does say that you can steam it in 5 minutes in the microwave, but I prefer to get some flavor added in there. So I am going to cook them in my juices from the chicken. So now these will cook down into the juice. I'm going to mix them a little bit just to try to make sure to get them all the way down there. And then we can add a little bit of water. Just to give them a little more room to be in those juices. And mix it up a little bit. Alright. And then we can just add a little bit of salt and pepper. It shouldn't need too much because it has from the juices already, like I said. But I will add a little bit extra. I was going to save the rub that I had made, and I could throw that in there. But I was dipping it with my fingers, like pinching it with my fingers with the gloves with the chicken. So I didn't want to do that because you never want to cross-contaminate raw chicken with anything else. That's never a good idea. So, alright, so we have our green beans there. And I'm going to cook these probably about 3 hours on, oh, I'm so sorry, that was my 3 hours on high. Okay, and then while that is cooking, we just need to, let me even this one up here a little bit. Okay. So this is what I was trying to show you earlier. If you want the chicken to come out like this, maybe don't cook it quite as long. And you could put this in your meal prep container, and yes, it does look prettier and nicer. So again, for me, I just throw them in these bowls because I just eat it. It's my lunch. I don't really care how it looks. So Earlier I did make my rice. I just used the Uncle Ben's boiling rice. I do use the generic sometimes too. Like I said, I've been ordering everything online, so whatever they have is what I get. So I did make that earlier. Just follow the directions as it is on the bag. And then for each day, I only do a 1/4 cup of the rice. So that's 1/4 cup of the brown rice. Because I don't want too many carbs during my meals in the day. I'm not doing keto or anything, keto, but I do just try to keep it about, I think right now I'm doing like 105 to 115 carbs a day. So I don't want them all spent during my lunch, and I don't want them on brown rice. So, okay, so I have these 6 here. I actually have some extra chicken behind me, so I'll have to do those as well. But I have these right here. What I'm going to do with these, just put the lid on them, put them in the refrigerator, and wait for those green beans to get done, and then we will fill them with the green beans.